What's up, what it do, YouTube? It's more to the game and I'm putting y'all on game. They said I wasn't bringing the energy, so I'm gonna bring the energy. Today we got a video where I'm rating the country of Georgia and everything. Whether it's food, living, competition, coaching, management, everything. We're gonna rate everything on a scale of 1 through 10, can't use 7, and I'm gonna give my own little personal spiel about each aspect. First things on the list is food. I know everybody be worried about, is the food gonna taste good? Is the food gonna be nasty? Is it gonna get me sick? We're talking about going to a different country. Personally, I'm gonna give the food in Georgia a solid, I'm gonna actually give it a 9. The food in Georgia was pretty good, I'm telling you. They had this dish called khachapuri. It's like a bread and cheese type of dish, like more so for lunch or just a snack, really. That was really good. And they had this app called Wolt, and they also have an app called Glovo, but I use Wolt. And it's basically like the Uber Eats and everything over there. And you can order from different places, and it just had a lot of great options. They had this place called Ching's with a great quesadilla. When I say great, I mean great. Ching's is definitely something I would take back to the States because it was busting, no lie. So yeah, I'm gonna give the food a good 9. It was like that. Next on the list, we got living arrangements. The living in Eastern Europe is definitely always gonna be different from the United States. It's just not the same. Like, they'll tell you like things over in Eastern Europe are like maybe 30, 40, 50 years behind. I know Georgia, they were under Soviet Union control not too long ago, maybe 30, 40 years or something like that. So things just not as advanced. It's a third world country. I mean, it is what it is. The buildings, they're kind of run down and old. The water was very shaky. Sometimes the water would go out and you have to wait till the city gets that back right. Might be some hours, might be a day or two. You never know. So the living wasn't all that great. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the living I give it a 5. I give it a 5. That's all I can give it. Third on the list, we got the people. The people in Georgia are pretty nice, I'd say. Some of them, like the older people, they might be a little cold or whatever. They got that Eastern European attitude. But all the people that I met, they're pretty nice, pretty dope people. Like to have a good time. I give the people an 8. I guess that's an 8 right there. The people definitely good people, man. They're nice. They definitely enjoy seeing imports coming to the city that's playing basketball, and they try to, make them feel welcome. The people look out. It is what it is. They treat you well. So I'm gonna give the people an 8. Last part of the non-basketball categories to rate is the social life. The Georgian social life, I would have to say, isn't that great. But I will say that I was there during COVID, so I can't really give a true judgment. So from my experience in a COVID year in lockdown with curfews and all that stuff, it was a 5. Just wasn't a lot to do, like I said. However, wine was created in Georgia, so if you're a wine lover, they have wine bars. I know my teammate had a wine bar that was really nice. They have great wines out there, and their currency is very cheap compared to ours, so it's very cheap as well. And that's something that you can look forward to, but it's just not like the United States, like a lot of other things. But like I said, it was a COVID year, so it is what it is in that aspect. Also, one thing to know is that if you're a guy going out there, Georgia women aren't like American women. Personally, I prefer melanin anyway, so that really wasn't, a big thing for me. I really wasn't too focused on that. The women are kind of conservative. They really date to marry over there. Like, it's really like that tradition-wise. So it's not gonna be like United States in that aspect. So it is something to know. But yeah, social life, I'm gonna give it a 5. But that's mostly because I was there during the COVID year. Now to the basketball part of things, we gotta go straight to the competition. Who can hoop, who can't hoop. I know that's what you want to hear about. So the Americans, I would say their skills would be similar to small D1 guys that are good, or D2 guys that are really good, or D3 guys that are great. And with the Georgians, I would say their skill level would be more so D2, D3. But there are also some Georgians that would definitely have D1 skill talent for sure. So I'm gonna rate the competition a 5. I feel like I'm using a lot of 5s, but yeah, I would say a 5. Next on the list of basketball things to rate is the officiating. The refereeing, I'm going to tell you right now, is some of the worst refereeing I've ever experienced. I'm going to give it a 1 because we're going on a scale of 1 to 10. Can't use 7. Not close to a 7. It's a 1. The referees just were god-awful. Like, the calls that were missed were ridiculous. They had referees that were young and inexperienced that shouldn't have been there. There were some referees that made decent calls, but it was just bad. They'll let you get away with murder one play, and then they'll call a phantom foul this other play. It was just very inconsistent. Like, basketball players, we want consistency from refs. If you're going to call the game a certain way, just call it that way all the time. That's really all we ask for. But those Georgian refs, definitely inconsistent. I'm glad that I will never, ever have to be officiated by them ever again, hopefully. Yeah, they're awful. So yeah, a 1 on the officiating. So if you're going to play in Georgia, just know the referees are awful. Put that in your mind right now. They suck. Now we gotta rate the coaches. You know, as a basketball player, you gotta have some coaches around you that's gonna let you do what you gotta do, put you in a situation, be successful, let you rock. So, my personal opinion, I had 3 different coaches while I was in Georgia, and I would say as a whole, not just my coaches, but coaching in general, from what I heard from other Americans that were out there, I can rate the coaching at like a 4. And that's mainly because things are, like I said, behind the times, and that also equates to basketball too. So their systems and strategies are very traditional to how Georgian basketball goes. So a lot of the American concepts, American styles, you won't be able to utilize those because they don't coach like that. They don't play like that. So for that reason alone, I'm going to say a 4, just because of the style of play just was not up to par, really. It's an opportunity, so you just gotta go out there and hoop. At the end of the day, who's gonna hoop? Last thing on the basketball tip to rate is gonna be the management. If you're a professional basketball player, you need to know what the management is like. How they paying? Are they paying on time? How they treat you? How they, set things up for you out there? And my first GM was definitely a great dude. Even though they had a situation that really was sort of toxic with the player owners, like it was not a good situation to be in. But he was a good dude, so I had no problems with him. My second GM, awful guy. Straight up, just like that. Terrible, terrible guy. So because of that situation, I'm going to say the management is a 2. Unless you're with the top 3 or 4 teams in Georgia, the management is not that good. The payments are late. I mean, my GM told me that we're not Germany or something. You can't expect us to pay on time, basically. It's ridiculous. The teams don't have the best staffing when it comes down to, like, training and everything. Like, they do what they can. Like I said, it's a third world country. So I would say management and how everything is ran is definitely a 2. That's definitely where they need to do better. So to rate my overall experience, I'm going to give it a 6. Georgia was definitely a great stepping stone for my career. I'm definitely grateful for the opportunity that I had to play out there, the opportunity I had to display my talents and skills and revive my career. There was definitely some good things about it, like the food, the people, But also some things that weren't so good, like the officiating and the GMs, or that GM. But it's an opportunity to play basketball and get paid to do it, and I enjoyed it more than I didn't enjoy it, even though there were some struggles and tough times. So I'm gonna give it a 6 overall. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to make this a running series where I rate all the countries that I play in each season. If you enjoyed this, let me know. If you didn't, also let me know in the comments. Let me know what can be improved, what more would you like to know about these places. And yeah, I see you guys next time. Peace.